this mukbang, so bear with me. All right, so tonight I decided to eat Wingstop. So I know we don't have very much choices for wings here. We have Wingstop. I guess we have Buffalo Wild Wings and BBQ chicken down the street, but this is like the closest, and they open late, so I went with this guys. And also I like their blue cheese. I like it better than ranch actually, but their blue cheese specifically is not as funky as most blue cheese out there, so it's mild, I would say, but it still got that funk. So I like their blue cheese. So I'll go ahead and also they're like down the street, maybe like I should say down the hill, maybe 10 minutes away. So it's 10 p.m. If you guys don't know, I'm doing my intermittent fasting, probably 20 hours on average every day. I do this to maintain weight or lose weight. I didn't document my weight loss, but I've been doing intermittent fasting for the last 4 months to lose weight. I've gotten heavy. So anyways, funny story, while I was getting Wingstop, while I was ordering, it caught me off guard, but when I was about to pay, the cashier actually asked me to show him my ID, and for a moment I thought I was buying alcohol, and they do sell alcohol, but so I just went along, and then he asked me to show my card, and then my debit card, the card that I'm gonna use to pay. So then I come to find out, I guess people are scamming Wingstop. So, and that's why they want to see your ID card, and also they want to see the card that you're gonna use to pay for the food. You can see I only got carrots. I don't like the celery. And then I normally would get fries, but I'm cutting my carbs, or reducing the amount of carbs, so it's mostly protein. So this is the blue cheese. There you go. I like the big tub because I ordered 15 pieces, so 15 wings. So I like to have enough because I don't want to have to run out of it. All right, I guess there you go. Bear with me. I'm still trying to get used to the framing. And then I have the wings. So yeah, when you go to Wingstop, I guess don't be surprised if they will card you, because people are scamming them. All right, so here's what I got. Ooh. Buffalo Wild Wings, Buffalo style or buffalo flavor, and then we have the Parmesan flavor over here. And before we start, I also come to find out I love bulldog spicy ramen. Just the original, not the times 3, because it gets too hot. But since I can't have the ramen, normally before, when I wasn't watching my weight, I would cook the ramen, put the bulldog sauce obviously, and then I'll put some of that blue cheese there, and that would taste good. Maybe I'll show that later on when my weight is stable. See, I'm trying to get to 135 and have my body get used to for at least 2 weeks. I've reached that goal. I was 170, and man, that was heavy, and I was tired, so I decided, hey, time to get serious with my weight and my health, I guess. But yeah, one thing that only works for me is intermittent fasting and cutting out carbs. So tonight we're just gonna get the sauce. I know some people that might be a waste, but gotta satisfy the cravings. So maybe I can save the ramen noodles later. Maybe if I make some soup, I can use it for later, but I'm not sure if that's still gonna be good. So I'll get the spicy sauce. Put that aside, and then put that here. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit so you guys can see. There you go. See, you can see my first time. Don't know how to do the placement with all this camera. All right, that way. Put that sauce there. Oof. Again, I'm about to break my 20 hours of fasting. And I guess maybe I don't need this. Well, you know, maybe my wife, she can eat spicy, but maybe I don't want to make the sauce or the blue cheese too spicy. So I'm gonna pour some over here so we don't mix this into the original container. Okay. Put that away. Gotta have some napkin, get ready. Here. All right, gotta do the first bite. I like the buffalo first. We'll do this later. Cheers. Very good. Oops. Do that. Do that. Oh, there goes the bulldog flavor. All right. Okay. Now, we'll do this guy. Parmesan. Again, I'm not gonna be able to finish this. I just like to get the 15 pieces. Also I'm working in 2 days, or maybe tomorrow and I will eat it again. I don't know, but then I can take it to work. Yeah, when I fast, most of my time I'm sleeping. Most of the time I'm fasting, I'm sleeping, I should say. And then I eat. I work nights, so by this time, hopefully, I've done some of my work. I've finished most of my work, and then I take a break and eat lunch. And then after that, I don't eat again to the next day. I'll have some of these. These are my veggies. Um, if you're in case wondering, like fasting, um, you know, um, been around for a while. There's some studies about how it's beneficial. Some of that you can find that out online. There's a lot of information about it, studies. I've tried multiple diets, and that's the only thing that kind of worked for me. And what my body, I mean, I can sustain for a very long time. I've done fasting more than 10 years now. It varies. Sometimes I'll adjust from 16 to 20, but for the most part, average, I go to 20 hours. And how does that work with the schedule of the wife? Well, my wife knows when for me to eat. Now that we almost have the same schedule, so we'll work things out when we can eat together. But sometimes when I'm not a very strict, that once I get the target weight, then I can go from 16, so I can eat early, and then I just reset back the next day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. So, what are the carbs? Well, I'm Filipino, so I love rice. Filipino dishes are all about rice. Well, your sinigang, your soups, your adobo, your um, bulalo, all requires rice. Recently, I love adobo because it's winter time. I'm sorry, not adobo, bulalo because it's winter time. Not the soup, but I've learned to eat it without the rice, and that's the biggest culprit for weight gain for me. Is all the carbs, all the rice. Breakfast has carbs, has rice. Lunch has rice. You know, when you have breakfast, you have egg, spam, corned beef, hot dog, tocino, longanisa. All comes with rice. So, come to find out, that's the thing that keeps my weight. So, got it. First week of intermittent fasting, it was tough. You're gonna get a headache, you're cranky, but you're weak. But once you have adjusted, you're gonna be fine. I mean, at least I'm gonna be fine. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not for everybody. But dieting for me is like, the salad. I mean, I do eat salad, but I just can't do it. I rather fast, not eat. And also, intermittent fasting is supposed to be good for you. It allows your body to go to this mode where when it feels like it's starving, then it cleans up your system. It gets rid of the free radicals, the cells, so it goes into this efficient mode because it senses that you're not getting any nutrients, so it's trying to be more efficient. They're trying to repair the damaged cells to make it more efficient, and then get rid of the ones that's not working efficiently, so it goes into those cleanup. So intermittent fasting allows your body to get there. So in technicality, on some studies shows that it's good for you. And intermittent fasting or fasting's been done, in different cultures for many years. So, all right, let's try one more of these guy. And thank you again. I know I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way with these vlogging, or what do you call it, video. Again, I'm just trying to get more natural with the camera and talking in front of people and in front of the camera. It's just self-improvement. Getting over my fears. And that's the reason why I'm doing this. And I guess people like to watch people eat. I mean, I do. I always joke like when we were having dinner with friends and family laughing together, you know. And it's just live stream it because it's funny. It records the memory. It's just fun. People talking, having up jokes, having great conversations, and just good vibe overall. Yeah. So that's it. We should do a podcast. Just doing that, you know. I'm in my kitchen right now, and I love eating on this counter. Although we have a dining table over there, but it's I love eating sitting here. I'm sitting on a stool, and I have my fridge over here. And me and my wife would normally eat right next to each other when we breakfast or dinner, whichever. Sometimes we'll go to the dining table because we want to watch TV, but we typically just eat here. But the coolest thing about this is I can go like this. Watch. What? It's like you eat anything from my fridge. And what is fried chicken without beer? Alright, mango cart. Got 5%. I like the mango cart. Just flavorful. This special one, this particular one, mango cart. Good flavor. Not too overpowering when you eat food like this. Although I'll drink any other beer, but if I have a choice, I'll do this. Anyways, see that? I can just grab anything from here. You want water, anything from the fridge. It's just convenient. You just want, like, I can just reach, right? You can say lazy, but it's, I mean, I think this is one of, I didn't even think of this when when we were building the home, but I think this is so cool. Just go, bam. Yeah, you know, bam. All right, let me get a closer, be back. All right. Okay. Well, you might ask, isn't that carbs? Yes. I didn't say 0 carbs. I'm choosing where I get my carbs. So I'm having a full chicken, beer, spicy experience for my dinner tonight. So cheers. Now I realized, like, what a good thing about eating and talking is, like, I'm getting full and I only had 2 chickens or 3 chickens. Or maybe that's why European Italians, like, you know, from what I heard, they eat for like 3 hours, but they're very fit because they're having these conversations while they're eating, right? They're not in a hurry. They're eating, and then the result of it is you don't eat a lot. Excuse me. And there might be some etiquette on how to eat your chicken, and for me, I'm just trying to enjoy it. So if you do, you can comment. If you have any suggestions, or if I'm eating it wrong, or there's some etiquette, you can always make a suggestion. Okay, let's have some vegetable. Yeah, going back to that carding, I guess. I mean, this costs about $30. So I guess people are still scamming. But yeah, that was weird. I was gonna pay using my Apple Pay, but he asked for my card, and he needed to see my physical debit card too. So but also be careful. There are card fish, like some of those card readers. I got scammed also. I guess those when you pay, especially in gas station, when you insert your card, that's why I start using tap. I'm sure they're gonna find a way to copy my card using my tap. But I used my card, and then all of a sudden I got like $600 charges, and I have to dispute them. I think it racked up to about $1,500, and I just have to dispute the charges, and then my bank return it. But it was a hassle because then I have to switch everything. I have to switch the card, and then I use that card for, bill payments, and I have to go to those accounts and then switch it. So it's a hassle really. But my bank refunded me back the money. So one maybe later and then okay, to eat carbs, I can do the noodles. I love the bulldog ramen. I like the Indomie. Once I make more of these videos, you'll see that I love spicy food. So So if you like this and you have any recommendations, you can always send me a message. I still have to figure out how I can upload this to Instagram. If it's like 20 minutes, maybe I still have to make a different account. Maybe a full link. I don't know. I'm new to this, but maybe I can have a channel. We'll see. Cheers. Oh. Alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ate 3 of that, 3 of the buffalo, and then 2 of garlic parmesan. I always wonder, how do people make this video while they're eating? Sometimes you just gotta go and try it. I was like, do I have to have a script? How do they do it? I mean, the editing part, obviously, it's tough, but that takes a lot of time. However, like, do I need to have a script? Do I need to like follow a script? But I guess you just have to just go with it. Just try it. Like, just go on the fly. No script needed. But maybe for some videos you need a script, so it's more structured, so you don't go far off the topics. Sorry if I'm smacking. It's just good. No filter, all natural. So, you might ask, what do I, how do I get all the nutrients, right? So, we'll talk about that later, but I do take some supplements to make sure I get all the vitamins and mineral for all my meals. Sometimes it won't be a balanced diet, I'm aware. So that's when you start taking those supplements. And like I said, I will be more constructing a balanced meal once I hit like a certain weight, because I'm still trying to lose some of those fat, actually. Once I become steady and doesn't fluctuate so much, then it's gonna be more balanced. Transparent. Some of these meals I won't have enough fiber. Some of them will have, it's mostly protein, fats, and then I won't have, vitamin C, vitamin B12, vitamin D, all of that stuff. I probably won't hit the daily recommendation. All right, one last one. Of course, okay. I think I'm gonna need more of these. Again, blue cheese. Whoa. I know it might be for some an acquired taste, and I acquired it. Okay. So I'm trying not to make it so complicated. I'm trying to make these videos because I don't want it to consume a lot of my time. I think once you get really immersed into it, I don't want it to take a lot of my time. I don't want it to take a lot of my time from my family. I'm spending time with them. So I'm trying to make it as raw as possible. Going into 30 minutes, so hopefully 30 minutes. And then hopefully some of this video we can just upload it, I don't have to do too much, but some you have to make sure edit it right, color grading, the audio, background music if we're gonna put some. I'm still trying to debate if we should do that here. Again, this is my first time, so I don't know. We'll see. I might have to do some research. I'm open to any suggestion. I'm learning, so whatever you guys can recommend, I'll try to consider it and implement it within my power. I've never done it before, like doing a video with this and eating, and then I just realized I eat less. That's crazy. So 4 of the buffalo, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 of this. So I only ate 6 wings. I would probably normally, at least I could probably eat all of this plus some fries, etc., things like that before. That's why, since I'm talking, so I have to stop and talk, and then I think that kind of gives time for my stomach to kind of like all the food to settle. And the way your stomach works, the way it senses you're full is it's stretched. It has some stretch receptors, right? Stretch receptors. So those stretch receptors, once it gets stretched and then sends signal to your brain, it tells you like, man, you're full. So because I'm talking, I'm giving my stomach and the stretch receptors to get those signals, right? And then send it to my brain that, man, it's full. So it's beneficial in a way, because then I'll feel full and I'll stop eating. And most of the time when you're eating too fast and you're not giving it time to stretch and the receptors to send, then you overeat. You're just stuffing until you eat, I ate all of this, and then that's when I start, oh my God, I'm so full, right? But the idea is to just feel satisfied or satiate, full, and enough, not to a point where you can take those deep breaths because you're just so stuffed and you can't breathe even. So I guess that's one thing I've realized right now, blogging and eating. But of course, I'm different to those mukbang people when they purposely eat so much, right? All right. Try not to waste. I love those crispy edges. Okay, and then again, my veggies, dip it there. It's turned red. All right, well, thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me through the whole video, watching me eat, talk about experiences and diet, etc. Hopefully, I'll do this more, and hopefully I can see you guys again. All right, see you next time. Thank you.